want a war, you're going to get one.
What was that? We had enough time for one more play. We had an opportunity to win that game at the end. But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us. I'm upset, but the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. You make the way, kick take back here. Welcome to the day after the pads at training camp. We are back for another day of practice. Hopefully we'll see some interesting things today. I'm very curious to see what the injury report is going to look like. And I apologize if this is a little bit blurry. My internet my router completely just, I don't know what happened. It just died. So I'm actually having to use a hotspot through my phone to stream this. So forgive me if it's a little blurry or anything like that. But we find a way to get it done. What is happening, everybody? Lou, what's going on? Barbie the Doll Princess of YouTube is here. Royalty in the house. Cujo, what's up, man? I'm glad that you could join us today. Papa Eagle fan, what's going on? Marcus, Tyree, Ty Child of the Most High, Nick, thank you guys for being here. Crowley, Brandon, Rasputin, what is up, my man? Filioso, thank you guys for being here. Nick, Darius, and anybody I missed, I apologize. We're gonna jump right into what's going on. Let me get this off here. Let's go right to what's going on. I'm really curious this injury report today because, usually after the first padded practice, it's usually long. So at the start of Eagles practice, there's no sign of Lane Johnson, non-injury, DeVonta Smith, hamstring, Makai Lemon, hamstring. That's not a surprise. Landon Dickerson, okay, that's one to watch. Keyshawn James Newby. Then spectators to start is Britton Covey and Cole Wisniewski. And then Micah Morris returns to practice. That's good news. And Jaden Roberts. And there we see the offensive line. Markel Bell lining up with the ones again. I find it interesting that they're giving a good look early on to Bell at that right tackle spot over Fred Johnson. Interesting. Let's see. Nice flex by Nick, pointing out that the defense has gotten the better of the offense during the past 2 years of training camp, not limited to yesterday's session. Okay. Brandon Hayes. No, I don't see any clip. Oh, there you go. Here's a little bit of warm-ups. And let's see what's going on with everybody here. Michael Carter is leading the safety competition. Yeah, I think so. Which is what we talked about. And I'm not surprised in the least. Look, I know a lot of people like Epps. I don't believe Epps is a starting safety. I believe he's a quality backup. Nick, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. First of the day. We appreciate so much. Bell seems like the most ready rookie so far. Yeah, it is intriguing. And you might be right, Nick. He may be the most ready. Rasputin says it's intriguing. It is. Fred taking a lot of KT reps. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Darius Cooper. My push to Darius Cooper to start at wide receiver 2 or at least get a shot is now upon us. I wondered how long it would take. It didn't take long. Any word on Cooper DeJean's arm? No, nothing yet, which is good news. We heard it. They said it didn't look too bad yesterday. So I'm hoping he's all right. Eagles offensive coordinator Sean Mannion says Jalen Hurts is super hungry in learning the new offense. He is a capable learner, and he knows how to take notes and ask questions. He's a studier that Sills hates. He's the one last He's the last one in the field every day working footwork. It's been awesome. It's been a great partnership. He's only going to get more comfortable from there. Mannion talking about him. All right, cool. We will see. We can all feel good. I like what we've seen from Mannion so far, but he hasn't called one play. He hasn't called one play yet. So, we got to wait and see. Clark, what's up, my man? Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. He says, I'm honestly hoping that Campbell takes a big step. Yeah, me too. Me too. I definitely do too. Hi, Dr. Jen. What's going on? How are you? We got a doctor in the house. Eagles Park says Darius Cooper will be the starting slot receiver for opening day game. Wow, okay. Philly, would you rather have long-term Mitchell or DeJean? Probably Mitchell. I mean, I like Cooper DeJean a lot, but I think it's much harder to get a guy like Q who could be like that one guy that just shuts the top receiver out every week. And that's not taking anything from Cooper DeJean. There is a flip side to that. Cooper DeJean is a guy that can probably play anywhere on the defense. But, I mean, top of my head, I would say that. Although it's very close, and I could probably be swayed the other way. Hornswoggle, thank you for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Steen's development? I think Steen is, from what I saw last year, I think he's an okay starter. He could do the job, and he can go in there and do it, But I just think he's limited ceiling-wise, and I think you could upgrade that position. I do. But I think he's a solid starter, and I like the fact that he can play other positions too. There's Barkley. So we'll see. I really hope they keep Moore over Hollywood and don't let the $5 million muddy the water. Oh God, yeah, dude. If you want to see me flip out, and they cut Hollywood just for $5 million of money, I don't know, man. But I want to see how they play. A big D. What's going on, my man? You take Moore over Hollywood too? I think I would too, but I want to see what it depends. Like how much speed does Hollywood Brown have left? Like, is he still as explosive as he was 3-4 years ago, or not? Because to me that was so appealing. Wally says, "Yo, Philly, what's up with Mark Holmes making videos about Eagles players' injuries?" Oh, he does it all the time. Oh, he does it all the time. He does it all the time. And he's always done it. I don't think he does it to, like, some people think he does it to intentionally, like, talk about a player getting injured, like, or hope for an injury. I don't think he does that. But I think he looks for any signs of weakness by the Eagles. And so he takes anything like that as weakness. Nix, thank you for the super chat again, my man. Appreciate it. An Eagle report said Dickerson is resting today. Well, that makes sense because they've had practice the last 3 days. Big physical day yesterday. That would make perfect sense, and I'm not surprised. Now tomorrow there's a walkthrough, so we won't have the morning stream. No, where the fuck am I doing here? Sorry, excuse my language. No, what am I doing here? I hit the wrong button. Dalton is well spoken. I liked his presser. I think that they're saying Dickerson looks like a day off today, which makes sense. Tortiville says, I think Howie should consider trading for a tight end too. No way Mund can start if Goddard goes down. Calcaterra stinks, and Stowers looks to be a year or two away. What are your thoughts on? And I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know who's available. But what are your thoughts on Zach Ertz? Would you guys be interested in bringing him back? I think he just got cleared after injury. Definitely hit that like button. Definitely. We need all the help we can get. That's for sure. There's the offensive line. Sean says, oh, what up, 500? Can't wait to see our 53-man roster. We got some sleepers. We definitely do. We definitely do. We don't have to think that way because Howie ain't letting either of them DBs go. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. There's no way that one of those guys is gone. Also, surprising that Munt started at receiving tight end and developed into a block specialist later. Could really help Stowers learn. Yeah, and it sounds like Stowers is going to need time. Well, Will Shipley hasn't had. No, I think Will Shipley is just another guy. I'm sorry. I think they've got at least 3 running backs easy better than him. Oh, he's very delusional. There is no question. Let me see here. 1 year of Drummond journey says Stowers will be the future tight end. We're going to need one. I'll take Goddard, Stowers, Ertz combo, of course. Yeah, I mean, Ertz would be interesting, coming in as a backup. It may work. Need a versatile tight end, not another pass catcher or blocker. We need someone who does both. I think that's one of the hardest things to find too in the NFL. Everybody focuses on the stars, the guys with the big names coming out of college, the Pittses that are offensive weapons. But they overlook guys who can do both. Guys that can do both. Give me a guy like Goddard instead of like a guy who's just an offensive weapon. I love tight ends that can do both. I think Howie should trade for Cole Kmet. The Bears are low tight end with Loveland Roush. They just drafted. Oh, I would. That's a good. I mean, that's a good name. I would love that. Here's Hurts working out. How's this stream, by the way? Or is it holding up all right? My internet went last night. Look, he's not at camp at all, or he's not practicing. Nolan Dickerson looks like Drew Kendall playing left guard. We know he's out. Okay, here's the injury report. So let's look at this motor humper. All right. Eagles full injury report. Will not practice. Covey hamstring. Landon Dickerson rest, not injury related. Great news. Keyshawn James newbie ankle. Lane Johnson excused, not injury related. Still, we don't know what's going on with that. Let's see here. Makai Lemon hamstring. DeVonta Smith hamstring. Cole Wisniewski a lot of hamstrings going on. And then limited is Micah Morris and Jaden Roberts, calf contusion. So that's where we are injury wise or not practice wise. That's not bad. I'm all for giving Landon Dickerson. I'm all for giving Landon Dickerson, rest day, especially the fact that he was so injured last year. What do you think about the Eagles trading for wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr.? And so, what would you give up? I like Brian Thomas Jr. What would I give up for him, though? That's the thing. Probably not more than a third. I wouldn't give anything more than a third. And I actually think that's very generous. They are hard to find. Or you get a tight end that is a really good blocker, but he's not a good receiver, and it just tips the defense off. $30 million for Ertz? Oh, I was thinking like league minimum, I wasn't thinking you were gonna have to pay Ertz like all that money. God no. I would think Ertz would have to take less money. He's not the same guy he was. And it would just be a 1-year deal. So we're still in the practice report. I got nothing else. Oh, let me set up another one of these. All right. So Fangio said today during his, I'm just reading off of X. Elliot Shore Park said that he said Carter's had a great camp so far. That's good. Makuba's having a very good camp. He was going at it with Wicks. Yeah, I like him. He's just got to stay healthy, you know. Yeah, Stream looks good. Okay, good. So far, so good. Phil, if you have to pick one on the Eagles, you have concerns about who will it be. For me, it's the offensive line guys. So Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson. Those are the two guys I'm really worried about. Like, I don't know what to expect health-wise from them. So to me, that's what I want to see. The other concern would be the number 2 wide receiver. Like, who's going to take that spot? Yeah, hearing good things about Makuba, yeah, it is reassuring. We need to trade for a wide receiver. We might. That is a complete possibility. But it is early in camp, so I feel like we've got to give time for I think give it another week, see where guys are at, get into a preseason game. Let's see. A lot of hamstring injuries. A lot. Well, what's going on with that? Hornswoggle, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Mark Holmes' butt ever gets jealous of his mouth from all the diarrhea that comes out? Also, I think Bell could be Becton type huge guard. I do too. I actually thought when they drafted Bell that he was going to be drafted for that specific reason. But they think he could play tackle. But I was thinking, man, he could play right guard. As far as Mark, I think Mark is all over the place. Mark is like at the end of his ropes because Dak's time is running out, whether he wants to admit it or not. And the excuses just keep coming. And thank you for that super chat. Let's see here. What about Quentin Johnson from the Chargers? I thought don't they like really like him though? Like I thought they signed him to an extension because I liked him last year. So I would like him. Yeah. I'm a little worried about Lane being out. We need Lane back and healthy. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm curious as to why. Until they tell me something like, he's hurt or it's, maybe it's mental issue or something, I'm not going to worry about it. I have to assume it's just got personal business to take care of. I think Bell's bigger obstacle will be the fast edge rushers. This will be his learning curve. He has the size to be good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're definitely right about that. The offense is being designed not to feature Lemon or Stowers and rely on the vets to do the heavy lifting. Lemon might not even be the wide receiver 3 this year. Wow. So you think he doesn't even start this year? Yeah, I think that would be disappointing, don't you? I think that would definitely be disappointing if he didn't start. Like if he can't win the job, that's bad, man. I think that's bad. Davey, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate you. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Good to have you. Heard reports the Ravens might release Vega. Really? Interesting. I don't think he starts. He missed so much time. Well, I mean, yeah, he's missed a lot of time, but it's early time. Like when he starts missing preseason games, then I'll be like, Which watch, geez, preseason's coming like what next week? We got a Hall of Fame game, I think tomorrow, right? Jeez. Yeah, I like Jordan Addison. That would be an interesting name, Or or you just deal with what you have, and then next year spend another first round on a receiver. So those are Cowboys trying to get Max Crosby. I think it's actually a good move. Like, for them, I think it's smart. Like, to me, the Cowboys, they think they've improved their pass rush way more than I think they've improved it. They lost Jadeveon Clowney, and they lost Fowler, and they got Gary, but I don't think he's that much better. So a Max Crosby could really help that defense. So yeah, if I was Dallas, I would think they're at the point now with the age of their quarterback, they should be all in, and they should go for him. I mean, I hate to say it, I would rather him go to us, but you know, how will he how will he be decent preseason if he hasn't even practiced? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I was just thinking play. Just get some reps and play. And I'm hoping that he can play in preseason. We can deal with how effective later. Just get on the field. I mean, geez. The lemon, like, a lot of people, man, really think he's gonna stink. I don't. I hope that's not the case. Let me see here. Still, the last thing I got update was the injury report. Still nothing new. Except and Markel Bell's getting first team reps again based off warm ups. Johnson has missed the last 3 practices. So I just wonder what's going on with Lane. I have no fear going into season with Smitty, Lemon, Wicks, Cooper, Moore, and Hollywood. It's way too early to say these guys aren't going to cut it. It's early. It's early. I agree. But I would say this, if you have an opportunity to upgrade that wide receiver 2 spot, that other outside spot, I think you do it. People are acting like some this time is going to make it forget how to play football completely. Yeah, I think with rookies, it's just, he missed. I think it's the fact that he missed OTAs, he missed, mini camp. So now he's missing days of practice. Like, is he going to be ready, or is he going to be playing catch up? My hope with Makai Lemon is that he plays the first preseason game, that he dresses and can play. And if he can't play, I think that's disappointing. So when would Makuba get? Not for another 3 years. He's a second round pick, right? So he's got a 4-year deal. So yeah, another couple years. Zay Flowers getting a new contract. Smitty is definitely deserving a new contract. Smitty Flowers. Oh God, yeah. I think Smitty should get a huge extension. And if I could do it, if I were the Eagles, I would have loved to do it before season starts, because I think he's going to have a big year statistically, and it's going to only raise the price of his contract. On the other hand, if you wait too long to address a hole, then another team can swoop in and trade a player. Yeah, so a guy like Brian Thomas, if available, might not be available long. Yeah, exactly. It's true. I don't do you guys know for a fact whether Marvin Harrison Jr. is really on like the trade block? Like, are they actively shopping him, or like, are they wanting to get rid of him, or is this just like pure speculation from people? Still, the last thing I have is still nothing updated since the injury report, which was 9 minutes ago. Let's see here. Yo, Philly, breaking news. Just signed wide receiver Brandon. Yeah, I just saw that before I came on. I don't know much about him, but we can take a look real quick. I mean, he's not going to come in and do anything for the Eagles. I mean, really, like, he's a rookie? Let's see, Brandon Thomas. Brandon Hayes. Why did I say Brandon Thomas? See, I'm thinking about, what's his face? Thinking about Brian Thomas. Let's see. Okay, so Brandon Hayes is let me read this to you. A product of Southeastern Louisiana, Hayes was a first-team All-Southland Conference selection for the second straight season as a kick returner. That's interesting. He was a selection as a second straight season as a kick returner. That I like. Hattiesburg, Mississippi native, only FCS player returned was the only of 5 players to return multiple kickoffs for touchdowns this past season, doing so in consecutive games. Hayes' 30.7 yard kickoff return average was the best in FCS. He also contributed 227 yards, 107 rushing, pair of receiving touchdowns. Wow, he sounds like a special teams guy. He's 6'2", 205 pounds. Shit, that's not bad. I like this signing a little more than I thought. Maybe he's their special teams guy, you know? Yeah, Covey's hurt again, but Covey doesn't. He's just not good enough. He's not good enough. You know, 6'2", 440. That's not bad. And if he could be a guy, you know, it sounds like if he's going to win a job, he's got to win it on special teams. I am in desperate. I don't know. I've been talking about getting a returner for it feels like the last 8 years, but especially this all season, I talked a lot about it, and they didn't really do anything. Damn, well, I think we should give him a chance. We should just go with what we have at wide receiver, see how it shapes up first 6 weeks of the season. Yeah, they might. I mean, Howie's going to look at every opportunity, you know. But you know, we'll see. To me, it's too early to be like panicking about it, but it's something to be mindful of. You know, that's the best way I could put it. All right, so it looks like we're getting some updates here coming in. So let's do this, baby. So Jalen Hurts just threw a great ball to Dontavian Wicks with a great touch, having to throw over defenders and between defenders. All right, Hurts starts practice with 2 really nice throws, says Elliott Shore-Parks. First was Goddard over the middle between 2 defenders. Second was Wicks on a crossing route. Hit Wicks in super tight coverage with a perfect throw. No, what? Jalen Hurts with a perfect throw? Oh, shit. That's a good sign. Howie's Achilles heels bring guys back they know won't make the team. They keep bringing Covey, Quez, Calcaterra back. Yeah, it's true. We haven't had since Sproles. And do you remember when we had Sproles, though? I mean, do you remember how impactful it could be? I mean, we've got one of the worst starting positions in football. Teams now literally get the ball at the 35 to 40-yard line, make 2 first downs, and they're in field goal range. We start, it seems like, our 15-yard line every time, get 4 or 5 first downs, get to midfield, and then we get a penalty. Like, we've got to improve our starting field position. Keep cooking, Jalen, right? Nice pass to Goddard. Yeah, baby, I like it. I can't wait for the open practice. That's going to be fun. And I will be streaming that. Let's see here. I want to hear more Dontavian Wicks today. I want to hear Darius Cooper. I want to hear those receivers start to make some catches. The hell was that? It's not just for now. What if Smitty gets hurt? Who's our number 1? Wicks. We need a legit number 2. BTJ or Marvin Harris are perfect fit. I think that's so fair. I think you're absolutely right. But it's just got to be the right guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the question. Tiffany, good morning to you. How are you? Who did we sign? Brandon Hayes, wide receiver, 6'2", 205 pounds. Sounds like he's a good return guy. So maybe that's where he'll win a job. Father, you think our players go fight? No, I don't. I think it's going to be lovey-dovey. I really do. I think they're going to be hugging and they're going to be all talking to each other and laughing, and it's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off. Like, I want fights. Any tight end in the NFL not focused on blocking in 50% of their season training or complete lazy lovers. Travis Kelce type conditioning. They don't bring in, I mean, Elliott's another issue, like, we haven't talked a lot about. Like, he wasn't really good the last 2 years. They should have brought competition in my opinion, for him, but they didn't, you know? All right, so Tanner McKee is first up with the second unit today. So this is his second day of starting as the backup. Also, Michael Carter and Epps are rotating in with the first unit safety. Clearly, you have a battle going on at that safety spot with those two guys. We knew that was going to happen. Jahad Campbell with a really nice pass breakup on McKee's pass. That's good. Everything Cowboy fans say is just white noise. I know. I don't even know, like, when I'm going on Cilio's show later, like, I don't even know what I'm walking into. Like, I haven't followed anything going on in the Cowboys camp at all, you know? So it's like, and Mark lives on Eagles stuff. So it's like, you know, we'll see. Love me some WCW AWA. Well, we could talk some wrestling at some point. Especially when I start my wrestling channel. What up, White Rerun? Can I get a wrench? Please go Birds. Like, if you're here, be here for the preseason game. I will start giving them out then. But I literally just had to wipe out my whole band area. There was a bunch of people hidden that I did not hide. So I reset my entire hidden users. I freed everybody. But I shouldn't have told you guys that. I shouldn't have put it out there. But it's true. I like Cooper, but we given him the same hype as Quez, as he returned out to be a dud. I don't know. I mean, Quez had some initial talent and looked decent. He didn't develop, but I don't think it was unfair to say to talk good about him. I don't think nobody's saying Cooper is a legit star. All I'm saying is that Cooper deserves a chance with first team. Give him first team reps. That's all I'm saying. No, Quez can't track. He can't. No, Quez was fast, and we liked that part about him. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, hey, this guy looks pretty good in camp. Give him more work. Put him up with the first team and let him start. There's no clear-cut number 2 wide receiver right now. And nobody is showing up except for him. All right, let's see here. So Brandon Lee Gout says, Jalen Hurts with a really sharp start to practice. In 7-on-7s, only incompletion was a drop by E.J. Jenkins. Made a nice throw to Goddard over the middle and Wicks in a tight window. Jalen Hurts is having a good practice. That's good. With Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson out today, the Eagles have Markel Bell at right tackle and Drew Kendall at left guard. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on Kendall? I'm kind of like, I wish we could upgrade that. I'm worried about Lemon. He's already had 2 injuries, and the season hasn't even started yet. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's the same injury, though, isn't it? I get it. I know people are worried. I'm gonna wait a little bit. You give me, like, you know, when he starts actually missing preseason games, then I'll be like, But it's way too early. It's way too early. Remember this year, like we started on the 20th. Like last year, we were in camp a whole week earlier. So it is what it is. Okay, it says, yeah, Phil, you took my wrench away, and I was wondering why it disappeared. Ever since my channel subscription ran out, you stopped reading my comments. Gabe, I had no idea your subscription. Well, first of all, that's not true. All right, so look, it can't be true because I'm looking at a wrench on your name. So I just clicked on the comment, and you have a wrench. So nobody took your wrench away. That's just not true. And as far as your channel subscription ran out, I have no idea. I had no idea your channel ran out, and that would not be why I stopped reading comments. So, like, all three of those things, like, all two of those things are just not true and misinterpreted. But you still have your wrench, Gabe. I don't know why you're saying you don't have it. It's literally that right there. Dylan Jordan, member for 29 months. Boo, Quez Dropkins drops the ball when it matters. Yeah, I know. Hey, Philly, my wife Kathy and my dog Jackson are going to be on vacation down in Brigantine, New Jersey during the Eagles versus Titans. We're planning to watch the game on the beach. That's like my dream. Watch Eagles on the beach. That's very, very cool. That's very cool. I believe Darius Cooper will be in the starting lineup. Yes, G-Man. Cooper was not drafted. He made the team last year as a rookie. He's hungry, and he will get in that starting lineup. I don't doubt it. I honestly don't doubt it. Like, that's why I want to see him get more reps, man. I want to see him. Oh, here we go again. Here we go. Jalen Hurts is rolling today. Jalen Hurts is surgical today. John Clark, he says, Jalen Hurts ran it and headed down the left sideline looking pretty fast. Eagle fans cheering. Hurts with a gorgeous deep throw to guess who? Darius Cooper. Pass hits Cooper's hands. Wasn't easy to catch, and it's incomplete. Oh, no. But a great throw. You got to catch that, Coop. I'm sitting there going to bat for you, man. I'm vouching for you, and you're dropping balls. Damn. I know our first three picks look good. We shall see. Now take it away. I never. There's literally nobody I avoid. EJ Jenkins. Who the F is that? Some random temple. Yeah, I mean, basically. Damn, Coop. Man, it's crazy because I just went to bat for him. I thought he was going to say he made a tremendous catch. Damn. I still like Darius Cooper. I want him to get reps, though. Wicks, is Cooper battling for two? Well, I don't know if they're battling. Like, I don't know that they're actually battling it. Like, I don't think they have Cooper. I don't think they have Darius Cooper that high up the depth chart. At least I don't think so. But while we continue these drills, I do want to do a quick word from our sponsor, really, really quick. So check this out. It's America's #1 sportsbook app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, the great thing about it, it is really easy to use. Just pick a few player stats and lock your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or if you prefer, you can now do team picks. Now, team picks is great. It opens up a ton of options, including picking wins, spreads, all sorts of things, as I'm going to show you in a second. Plus, Prize Picks is available in almost 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, as I was saying, when you look at the team picks, they often have a bunch of different options to choose from. One of the ones that I want to touch on today is the stage of elimination for football teams this coming season, specifically the Cowboys. Why? Because this is, to me, easy guarantee, okay? This is easy. that I have the Dallas Cowboys. I am taking them to not make the playoffs. That's right. I am taking the Cowboys to not make the playoffs. I'm locking in that lineup, and boom, it is ready to go. I love this play. I think this is a great guarantee. And if you like this or you want to do something similar, all you have to do is download the link in the description, download the app, and then use promo code HMA when you sign up. And if you play your first $5 lineup and you win, you'll get $150 in lineup credits. That's $150 in lineup credits. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup and win. That's right. Just use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Shout out to Prize Picks. All right, shout out to Prize Picks. We appreciate what they do and sponsoring this video. Now getting back to it, Dalton is out there, and he was with a nice under center play action throw to Johnny. Hey, first name of Johnny Wilson. We haven't heard Wilson's name yet. This is the first time we're hearing it. Good to hear. Andy Dalton's first up as quarterback 2 on 11-on-11. Tanner McKee was first 7-on-7s. Dalton has outplayed McKee in camp so far. Wow, that's not good. Dude, I feel like that when we sat our starters versus Washington, instead of trying to go for that number 2 seed, and then they went out there, and, you know, I don't think McKee had the greatest game. I think it hurt his draft stock, or his trade stock. I really think it hurt his stock. If they just would have played the starters and tried to win that game, he would never would have had a bad game. His stock wouldn't have gone down. And now you're telling me he's getting beat out by Dalton? Shit. Dalton needs that backup wide receiver money, right? You can't trust Brandon Lee Gaunt. No, remember his... Yeah. No, I get it. People aren't going to always be right. Dak has been in the league 100 years. Hurts won Super Bowl and repeated division. Dak never done that. We run the East right now. Hell yeah, we do. Man, I want Tanner McKee to be successful. I really do. All right, we got some Quez Watkins. We just talked about him. So Quez Watkins, yes, him, Martin Frank says, catches a quick out from Dalton and takes it in for a touchdown. Watkins with a really nice catch and run made Ambry Thomas miss and ran down the sideline for a touchdown. Watkins is having a good camp. If this was his first year on the team, I think everyone would be excited about him. Like I've literally heard nothing good about him at all. And now he's having a great camp. Like I've not heard anything, you know? 500, any updates on the new Kelly Green? I kind of want those. I kind of want a all black Kelly Green uniform. That jersey would be. I do too, man. I want that black Kelly Green like this, something like this. Now, not this. I'm not saying this specifically, people, but something like this is what I want too. I think that would be badass. And I would love to see our alternate jerseys, like our away jerseys, become something like this. Not exactly, but just something. You know, I really like a helmet design like this for road games. Like on the road, you're in white, there you wear the white helmets. I love that. I want to go back to that. That was a little bit before my time, but I think it would be cool. Dak Prescott lifting like he's playing pass rusher this year for the Cowgirls. Dak's only problem is throwing 40 yards from the 50. Well, I haven't really even followed anything going on at Dallas's camp at all. So, you know, I have no idea what, like, I'm going on Sills today. It's going to be like, Mark's going to be like, well, the Eagles are injured and this is happening to them. I'm like, the Cowboys stink, and they're the Cowboys. Who cares? Saw a report that Hurts layering throws to Wicks. Another thing they said is he's incapable of. Where's McKee? I don't know where Pumper is. Don't know. Hey, greetings from Jersey, my friend. From Germany. How are you? McKee has been picking Dalton's brain. if him and Dalton are to be taken at their word, both are cerebral dudes. Yeah, I probably think that's probably true. Yes, I agree, Black. Yes. Quez Watkins is back. Yeah, he came back. I don't know if he'll make the team. I honestly don't. But the first team reps have been out there. They've been out there. We talked about some nice throws that Jalen made. We talked about how Jalen had two nice throws, his first two throws of drills. And they said he ran down sideline, looks really fast. So looked like Jalen is having a good day. All right, so we will look for more updates. And let me thank everybody once again for joining me today. I appreciate it so much. We have over 600 people in the chat, over 600. That's awesome. Hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you haven't, we're going to be here for every practice. Saw a video of Turpin breaking down ankles in a row. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I haven't followed. Matt Crosby followed the Cowboys. Yeah, well, he also followed, I think, a bunch of other teams, too. Yeah, that is like the biggest non-thing ever. 500 Cowboys picked up Drew Peacock to Dak's backup hidden means. I don't know. You tell me. I'm not concerned with Stowers. We knew he was at a new position. Tight ends almost never produce year one. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we knew he was an offensive tight end, like he was going to be more of a pass catching tight end, and it would take time. So it's hard for me to gauge like that and be worried. Like it's hard for me to be worried about Lemon, except for the injuries. That's why I want to get to preseason. I want to see these guys play and how they perform, and then kind of get a starting point based on what to go off of. We haven't even got to it yet. I'm pulling for Darius Cooper too, man. Cooper dropped a great throw though, man. That killed me. Like I needed him to catch that. I want Cooper to like. I want it to be a Wicks versus Cooper for wide receiver 2. Pharaoh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. Day 200 and trying to get 500. His AI image. I didn't get it. I have not gotten it. I swear, I was on. I didn't see anything. I meant to tell you. I haven't seen it. Philly, your kneecaps are done for you if you don't read my last warning. My kneecaps? Oh, man. We're getting violent now. We're getting violent. Devontae Jones, I got you. Thank you for the super chat. Gabe, the wrench is right there, you dingus. Yeah, exactly. He said I don't have a wrench, and the wrench is like right there. Yeah. You can just say hi to me. I'll be like, I'll pull it up. Are we still installing offense? Wait till the season. Yeah, we are. We are. Your sack wasn't really a sack. A lot of these sacks aren't really sacks, to be quite honest. You know, they just look at it like, well, the defensive lineman got close on the play and it got blown dead. But in the actual game, you know, you got to go make the actual tackle. So no updates right now. We're stuck on the last. Quez Watkins was the last update we got. Yeah, Smitty is still out. Cold Payton ran into him after holding the ball for 7 seconds. Yeah, and that happens. We will have to carry 4 tight ends on the roster with Stowers not being ready. He won't make it to the practice squad. You don't think Stowers is going to make it to the practice squad? He's a second-round pick. We gotta be a little bit patient with these guys. Buzz the cap, I know, right? Cooper will evolve and grow from the flag against the. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully not read my comments, but I never cry. I try to read everybody's. I do. And I know I don't do it all the time, but it's never on purpose. There's literally nobody that I'm like, oh God, this guy's in the chat, I've got to ignore him. It definitely doesn't work like that. 500, a street taco, a street burger? Give me a burger. 500, if we put Stowers on the practice squad, he would have to initially make it through waivers. That won't happen. No, it won't happen. Let's see him play a game, you know? Tiffany, people have to give Stowers a chance to develop this sickness. Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know, we're literally 1 week in a camp, right? They started practicing last Wednesday. So, like, we're just right now kind of, these guys are just trying to get acclimated. We haven't even really found their starting point yet. You know, they're not going to come out and dominate. It's very hard to have that happen. DJ, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I don't know. I may be one of the few that's not overreacting. I think this is the most promising the offense looked in camp against Vic and the boys. I actually agree with you. Like there's actually a lot of things I like about what's going on. I like what we're hearing about the coaching staff, you know, and the offensive coordinator. I like that Jalen Hurts speaks glowingly of him, because he doesn't speak glowingly of guys he doesn't like Petulo. I like the fact that they're lining Hurts under center. I like that they are actually using play action fake and they're actually rolling them out. Like, there are things about the offense that they're doing that I definitely like. The frustrating thing is when guys get hurt and can't practice, but, you know, those things happen. We haven't even had one preseason game. So we just got to be a little patient. Like I said last year or 2 years ago, Cooper DeJean, people were talking about, like, he's missing all camp. Why don't we just put him on IR for the year? He's not going to be ready. Plays in that Minnesota game. First real work of like, he had a little bit of practice here and there, but he played his first game versus Minnesota. First 2 drives, I think he had 2 pass interferences. People were ready. We're writing them off. They were writing them off. So you got to have a little bit of patience. You know, to me, like, I think it's actually, like, right now, I think it's more fair to be critical of somebody in year 2 than somebody in year 1. DJ Simo, thank you for super chat. I don't know. I may be one of the few. Oh, I think I read that one. Is it my bad? The blue shield in my comments left. No, I don't know why. No, I don't know what the blue shield is. That I don't have it. I have no control of that. I think I'm more worried about the approach to developing Stowers than Stowers' ability to develop. Our plan looking bad so far. We giving Jenkins reps. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just we have to wait and see. Okay, so not really any updates. They are showing. I don't know if you guys saw this today. There's a Nick Sirianni's wearing a Jalen Carter t-shirt. No, the wrench equals the wrench. The shield is something different. I don't know what the shield is. Nothing can be worse than Rager and Whiteside. Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. And I don't want to go back to those days, which is why I get so upset about the whole, you know, trading A.J. Brown thing. Like, I don't want to go back to those days. A piece of blessings to you too, my friend. The shield is the wrench. What do you mean? Well, I guess maybe what you go. Oh, I see what you're saying. They changed it. Okay, because I'm looking on a different streaming thing. That's interesting. So they switched it to a shield. Huh. That's interesting. I'm using StreamYard and it's still a wrench. So I don't know. But there was a shield for something else. I'm not sure what that was. We should sign Diggs. I don't want anything to do with Diggs. I don't want. Don't forget Legend Ward. Yeah. Still living the past. Oh yeah, he's definitely living the past. Shield is rent. Okay. Let's see here. What I want to hear is Jalen Hurts, a perfect pass down the sideline to Darius Cooper. What a throw, what a catch. That's what I want to hear. This is probably the quietest Darius Cooper day so far. I haven't really heard anything. Usually it's good things. It's the first time I've heard him just drop a ball. Practice just started. No, it's been almost an hour. It almost an hour. It always starts at like 7. I always try to come on like between 7:10, 7:15. Gives time to get some like footage and the injury report, and those kind of things. Keelan Allen, yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. Eagles want to make the playoff. Eagles want to win a Super Bowl, my man. That's the difference between the Cowboys and the Eagles fans. Cowboy fans are just they just happy to get to a playoffs. We want to win Super Bowls. Where has Hollywood Brown been? I heard it's been quiet. It's been quiet with him. Really, in my opinion, the only guys you heard a lot about DeVonta Smith. He's been fantastic. Then you've gotten some good and bad with Wicks. Wicks seems to make spectacular play, catch, and then he has like an easy drop. And then Darius Cooper. I think other than those three, for the most part, it's been quiet receiver-wise. I just hope Cooper isn't one of those guys that balls out in camp and can't put season. Yeah, I mean, we won't know until he gets on the field and plays, I mean that's the truth. When we talk about Cooper, like when I say play Cooper, he should start as a number 2. Doesn't mean I'm saying he's going to be star. I just want him to be given the opportunity. Thank you, DJ Simo, for the super chat. Also, they are practicing against a top 3 defense every day. Laugh out. They are giving them fits and different looks. Mannion being able to adjust is promising. Very, very, very true. The question is like, how does the offensive line look? That was the one thing I didn't really hear anything about yesterday. Like, but that offensive line has to be better. All right, so Tariq Castro Fields, geez, I forgot he was still on the team, picks off Cold Payton after it was tipped by an intended receiver. Who was the receiver? Grenard is, he's on the sidelines. He's basically there, but no, nothing. We're not going to hear anything from Grenard probably until like the end of the month. Cooper dropping 1 ball is equal to Wicks dropping 6 in the offense staff minds. They could learn something about fair competition. That's true. That's true. And Darius Cooper's got to he's got to go out there in preseason and make plays, man. Moore hasn't. He might be doing he may be doing everything else good. I haven't mentioned him that much, but he may be doing all right like with everything else. But in terms of like the practice and the updates, like these updates, the reason I specifically talk about these because what'll happen is you'll have practice. Then all the right media guys, they wait to tell you what they, certain things until they can write an article about it. I try to focus on the stuff that comes out immediately because to me that in most cases, I think the stuff that they talk about immediately stands out the most. And to me, those are the things I want to focus on. Smitty, Darius, Moore, and Wicks in that order. Everyone else grouped together as nothing burst so far. So you got Smitty, then Darius, then Moore and Wicks in that order. See, that's just, I mean, you might be right. We'll see if, I mean, Darius Cooper's he's got to rise on the depth charts. But where's Lemon? Like, I don't know. If Lemon was to not start this year and like Moore started over him or Brown started, like, that would be really bad, man. It would be really bad. Like, I feel like Lemon was drafted. He has to be a contributor this year. Or you have to definitely go get a receiver. Peyton responds with a nice throw to Izukama. So he responds. That's cool. And that's it for Eagles practice. 75 minutes after hitting day yesterday. Offense was better, but defense is still ahead. Kind of forgot Quez Watkins was back, but with 3 wide receivers dealing with hamstring injuries, he'll get some more opportunities. So a decent day for Quez Watkins as the Eagles finish practice. And it's not surprising after the big day yesterday. I think they practiced, an hour and 50 minutes yesterday? So it's not surprising that would be it. Any injury updates? No, nothing. Nothing new. You had Landon Dickerson didn't practice today because he was a rest day. Lemon is still out with the hamstring. DeVonta is still out with a hamstring. Lane Johnson missed another practice. They're saying non-injury related. So yeah, not really anything. Let me see here. Ringo is going to make the team strictly that he's a gunner. He's a good special teams player. He's a very good special teams player. Ringo is the best gunner on the team. If we have enough quarterback injuries for Ringo to see the field, the season is way over. Yeah, I agree. I would pick up Amari Cooper right now. I don't know if we have the right size wheelchair for him. He's so, like, I don't want anything to do with Amari Cooper. When Amari Cooper was in his prime, I didn't want anything to do with him. Talk about a guy that disappears in big moments. They were pads and had a long, hour and 50+ minute practice yesterday. It looks worse for them and not being out wide receivers other teams gave up on. Yeah, it would be, 500 hats are fun. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate it. This is my golden hat. Golden era, baby. Golden era. Ringo sucks. His time is up. Well, I haven't heard a word about Ringo. Oh, that was before, but no, it's good. Would I trade for Jerry Jeudy? There are other guys that I would want before him. If I were to give away Eagles jersey, would you run to say there are good Cowboy fans there? Wait, what? If I were to give away Eagles jersey, would you run it to say they're good? Yeah, of course. Well, I think they're good Cowboy fans. I just think that when it comes to football, they're delusional, but yeah, I agree. I need at least 400 and a couple touchdowns from Lemon to stave off worries about losing term trajectory on Lemon. 400 yards? I think Lemon gets 400 yards this year. I mean, we'll see. Man, I'm really surprised, like, the amount of people down on Lemon. Like, I feel like when we drafted people, I didn't feel like everybody was down on him. I thought most people were really excited about him. I mean, people were coming at me about my reaction, but, like, to see people basically saying, like, he stinks, that surprises me. I'm surprised by that. Not much, Captain. They had a shorter practice, and I would say Jalen Hurts had a pretty good day, for the most part, but not really much. I mean, we'll see. Flipping the bird, thank you for super chat. Sign Keenan Allen and trade for Buda Baker. See, I'm not opposed to Keenan Allen signing. That's not a bad idea. But I would rather I would rather Brian Thomas or I just feel like if Martin Harrison Jr., if you could get him, I think the change of scenery that may be the perfect situation for him. The people are nervous. The cost was. Like I said, if you believe how he picked Lemon because he was the best player on the board, we'll be fine. He'll be fine. But if you believe that Lemon was drafted only because they were going to trade A.J. Brown and it was a need, then yeah, I'd be very nervous. I'd be very nervous. I think the Eagles drafted him because I like to think they drafted him because of talent, but I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think of Lemon. I think he's going to be a good slot receiver. I do. I actually think he's going to be a good slot receiver. But I don't know. I didn't spend a lot of time on him leading up to the draft. I really never thought I was in denial. And people know I fully admit it. I'm guilty as charged. I was in denial about A.J. Brown. I thought they're going to talk and nothing's going to ever come of it and he'll be on our team. And then when they drafted Lemon, I'm like, the first thing I thought is, I can't believe we're going to trade A.J. Brown. It's crazy. Saber says Lemon is fine when he plays. He's obviously been catching balls, just nothing flashy. Only thing he needs to worry about is hamstring issues. Yeah, well, those hamstring issues are a problem. You're going to have to give up 2 minimums for, you take 2 firsts or 2 minimum, a second rounder? I mean, I honestly, I'd take a chance. I've got 2 first-round picks in 2028. If I can do it with the 2028 pick, I'd take a chance. Why not? You ain't even look at Marvin Harrison, bro, his ass. Well, look, the games I watched, and it wasn't a lot of Cards games, but ones I watched, good. You know, I think he torched the Cowboys last year. I look at him and I think the dude's got talent. But I mean, look at the playing on. Come on, a change of scenery could help. It doesn't come without risk. It's a risk to go and trade for him. If you want my opinion on what you should do at wide receiver, what I would do is I would figure a way to load up and go up and draft another wide receiver in first round. Find a way. I don't know what you got to do. I don't know how to do it, but find a way to get Jeremiah Smith next year and get him. But I think the Eagles should draft another wide receiver next year. I think you should have 2 receivers under rookie contracts for the next 4 years, pay Smitty the extension that he deserves, and then you've got 3 wide receivers for the next 4 years that you're paying far less than you were when you had A.J. Brown. That's what I would do. I had Lemon go in the second round to the Jets. I thought Lemon was a first-round receiver. I thought he was going to go in the first round. I thought he was somewhere talent-wise first or second round. And I thought he was going to go to the Rams. That's basically what I thought. If I were you going to smoke Holmes today, remind him of the championship wins at AT&T Stadium since 2009 completion. Spain 2 Cowboys 1. I don't know. I don't even, what are we going to talk about? Jalen Hurts has been horrible in camp. Is that what the narrative is going to be? It's come on. I haven't spent a minute on what's been going on with the Cowboys. With Guantanamo Bay and Woolen, good luck, CeeDee Lamb. Right? No, I know. That defense will be shut down. Shut down. And let me thank everybody for joining. If you guys haven't, hit that like, maybe subscribe. YouTube told me they are throttling my ass. that I better get the likes up. We don't even have 200 likes. We've got to get the likes up, man. You guys got to take care of your. We need to be like 250 likes by the time the stream ends. No doubt about it. Let's see here. So I don't know why you always on that show, Marcus Sills, always attack you. Always, I get like I think it's important to go on there and provide us a voice that others aren't going to say. You know, like if I don't go on there and speak, then nobody will pick up for Hurts. You know, Steve biggest push off receivers, and of course they're Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what is up with. I haven't been following anything at their camp. I have no idea what's going on in Dallas. It also doesn't help that Lemon gave that crazy interview at the combine where he was all, yeah, that wasn't a good look. I agree. Back of people's mind. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna find out. If he's a bad pick, that will suck. Yeah, hit that like, baby. They clearly ain't watched Morrison because he's a stud. He's been on an A team with no quarterback. Murray and Jacoby been trash. That team is horrible. To me, that team is horrible. But yeah, he has struggled. I don't know if he'll ever be anything in the NFL. But I think sometimes a change of scenery is a good thing. It does not come without risk. But if it works out, could you imagine? Don't even think about running anymore. That boy don't even think about running anymore. Who's that? Christopher, welcome to Dingbat Nation, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Rasputin says, hearing 500 on Jacob gave me incorrect view of him. Pretty fair objective on his own. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, sometimes you have to go to the other extreme to like balance what they're saying. But a lot of times, still, you know, you got to listen to the way the questions are phrased and asked. It's like, in this situation, would you do the here and there? You know, but that's not actual reality of what's going on. And then when I try to be like, you know, logical and normal and balanced, then Mark says something stupid. Then he always, like, if I give an inch, then he always tries to take a mile. And that's why. You have to go in blaze fighting. I bet Howie trade for Justin Jefferson this month. That would blow everybody's mind. That's for sure. Jalen Hunt is going to be a superstar pass rusher after this season. I agree. But Rasputin, let me say shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming over and giving me a chance to hear what I have to say. I do. I definitely don't mind people don't agree with my take. That's perfectly, I'm cool with that. Nothing wrong with disagreements. Yeah, I'm on there today. 4:30, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I got to figure out if I'm going to do a video or not after. I'm having internet issues, so if we get Justin Jefferson, that would be crazy. People keep mentioning his name. Like, I don't think any way Minnesota trades him. Yeah, why didn't Howie trade AJ for another wide receiver, at least a decent two? Well, that was my issue. Was like, if you knew you were going to trade him, why not do something earlier? In free agency to get a better quality wide receiver two out there. You know, look like more from DJ Moore to Buffalo. You know, why not get a guy like that and bring him in? You know, early instead of waiting until the draft and then drafting a kid and then like now he doesn't play. So I'm gonna be going on his channel in the next few weeks. They wanted me to come on Thursday. I can't. So But yeah, we're doing it. Great channel. I didn't consider you had to pick a side base on Celia Holmes ganging up on you. You have to. You have to. And when you don't, and like I said, Sills frames the question like, in this situation. So it's like, it's all good. It's all good. It's all fun, But anytime I try to do anything, anything from Mark tries to take a mile. It would cost a ton for JJ. Won't happen. No, I'm not expecting it. But I do think that the Eagles, I really could see the Eagles taking a wide receiver in the first round again this year. I really think that that's something that they may do. Because the amount of money you can save on the wide receiver position if you did that. And especially if Lemon turns out to be good, and then you could get another outside wide receiver, I think you'd be set. Seals and Hurts bashing matter of fact. Everyone bashing Hurts. My quarterback once treated fairly. He's never treated fairly. I agree. I think he gets. I think the criticism is over the top sometimes. You was in your early 20s when Dallas was a Super Bowl. I was. Let's see. I was. I think I was 21. 500. I don't know how you could deal with Marcus Sills nonsense every week. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Otherwise, it's just like one less voice you don't get to hear, in terms of opinion. The Eagles might have to take an offensive line round one next year if Bell doesn't look like Lane's venture replacement potential. Yeah, that's totally true. It's totally true. Although, I wonder, how many, and I'd like to see the statistics on this, how many tackles in the first round that have gone out of the top 12 have developed into, really good tackles? It always seems like if there's a good tackle, really good tackle, they go early in the draft. Nick, thank you for Super Chat. Saul Nolan to Atlanta rumors because they lost Walker. Interesting. What would the Eagles get back in return, though? That's the question. Mark may give 5,000 videos. I know. And I couldn't tell. I know. And then he says that we worry about Dallas. I couldn't tell you one thing that's going on with the Cowboys at camp. I'm going to have to go spend some time doing that. I'm glad you go on Cilio. They need someone to bring some reality. Thank you. Thank you. Makai Becton he's still free agent. Still free agent. Well, before we get out of here, stuff, I do got one more word from our sponsors. Then we are going to close out because the Eagles players are going to be talking, and I know you guys, you definitely want to hear them over me. No question about it. But check this out real quick. What's the one money lesson you wish you learned earlier that you're trying to pass down to your kids? For all of the parents out there with teenagers, we already know you're trying to keep a million different things under control. Believe me, I got 2 teenagers myself. It's tough. Well, guess what? CashApp is here to help. Make sure your teen's money and their spending isn't adding to the craziness. With CashApp card available to teens 13 to 17 with a sponsorship by an eligible parent or a guardian, every transaction triggers a real-time notification for you to see, empowering your teen to practice independence while giving peace of mind by keeping track of their spending. You can also manage everything from your own Cash App account without having to switch between you. It's beautiful. It makes it simple to stay connected to your teen's financial activity in a way that's both efficient and empowering. Now, finally, no one, and I mean no one, wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your teen's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring, and if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. That's FAMILY10 in the profile and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank NA, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for Sutton prepaid cards, Sutton debit flex cards, and Bancorp debit flex cards. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. All right, shout out to Cash App for sponsoring this video. To recap the Eagles practice today, bit of a light practice after the pad days and hitting yesterday. Jalen Hurts, pretty good day at camp. Defense, still a better performance according to some. And we go on from there. Now tomorrow the Eagles have a closed walkthrough, so there is no practice, and I will not be live in the morning. We'll be back Friday and Saturday for that. We'll go from there. As far as today, I will be on Cilio's show, Jacob Media, at 4:30, and we'll see if I can get this internet to work so I can upload a video or not. So maybe you get a video, maybe not, but we'll see. Other than that, let me thank everybody for joining. See if anything I missed before we get out of here. Philly, I'm late. Anything you need to know? No. You're good. There's nothing too much. Let's see. Windstream Philly, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Yeah, nothing really. I know that their players are interviewing, so I want you guys to be able to go check out all those press conferences and stuff like that. I am going to get out of here. I will definitely see you all later. And you guys have a great, great day. Thank you so much for everything. Go Birds. And we're another day down at camp and get one day closer to the first preseason game, which I can't wait for. With that said, peace.
It's on.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott!
Where
Trying to defeat Lamb! Trying to defeat the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to defeat the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.